Alright, so do I have a breakdown for you here? This is literally 1 in a million. So I was playing a solos match a few days ago. This was before the latest update. So the first thing I do when I get into a match is check the showdown leaderboard to see who's on top. And I was on top this one. But I saw a lot of people I recognized. There were some TTVs in here. There were some streamers that I ran into before. There were some TikTokers. There were a lot of good players. So I didn't think I stood much of a chance. So I was rocking the Emma Frost outfit. And this is her complete set, the glider, the back bling, obviously the skin, the wrap, and even the emote. And I landed my typical gas station so I can grab a bounty right away. So my first rivalry was 100% an AI. Colonel Chug Jug is not a real player. But before I could get over there, someone picked him off, and then I had to collect the rivalry contract. So I went over to do that, and I heard footsteps in here. This 100%, I believe, was a real player. So I grabbed the contract. And my loot was pretty scuffleupagus at this point, but I wanted to grab another bounty, or rivalry, and see if I could get this guy in front of me. And I got Jumpy McJump 64. So I got the Hey Batter Batter out of here. This is another 100% AI. So even though there's a lot of good players in this lobby, there's still some actual bots. And I'll take that 100% because it boosts my rivalry count. So I go over to Mr. Jumpy McJump 64, who's rocking Sub-Zero, by the way. Awesome skin. And of course, I take him out effortlessly because he's not real. But then someone starts gliding in on me. That's a 100% real player, but why is he gliding on me? I don't know. I panicked a bit because he didn't actually land on me. He just landed near. So I was like, what in the world? There's no bounty on me. He must have just came out of the blue. So I tried to get another rivalry, but the board wouldn't work. Sometimes it does that. It's so annoying. And then I saw someone taking out old Squibbly over here, so I tried to third party this, even though it wasn't really a third party. But I hate this Vector. Even though I hit 2 shots, I hate it. And then he flew the coop and ran as fast could be. So one of my other favorite things to do is hire Squibbly, because he's the only NPC that can scan your enemies in the game, as far as I know. If there's another one, someone let me know, but I think he's the only one. And he always spawns at this lighthouse right here. So I was making my way over there, but then I think the guy I shot at before started lasering my car from behind. So I grabbed Squibbly here, and then I turned to look at this guy, and I can't remember. Is it him? Let's see. Yeah, I think that is him. So I tagged him twice more with the same gun. That's exactly how the last scenario played out. I tagged him twice, he ran. I tagged him twice here, he ran as well. So I was waiting for the scan here. He does scan, but I don't see the guy. So I don't know where he went. I lost him. But I noticed I didn't have a rivalry, so I was like, okay, I need to focus on my rivalries. Let me see if I could go get one. So this board does let me get one, and I saw someone shooting Squibbly, and it's another AI. Handsome Lemon 34. This is not a real player. So this is going to be my third elim, all non-real players. So 3 easy rivalries. But then this guy comes back for more. This is the same guy that's been attacking me all through the match thus far. And this time, he's not getting away. He almost kills me, but I smoke him at the last shot. His name is One Shot, by the way, and I'm literally 1 HP. That little Rumpelstiltskin, after getting demolished in 2 fights before, finally meets his end. So that was the first real player I killed during this match. And then I took his contract, which was against an actual player, Sinful Bella. This is the first real rivalry I've had. So I'm healing up over here, and then my good pal Squibbly marks this guy who's swimming in the water. And I know this 100% is not a real player, just by the way he's moving and shooting. So I quickly take him out. That was an anonymous, but again, that was AI, not a real player. So now we're in a top 18 situation. I still have Bella on my radar, but she's way southeast of me. So I just loot up in this area, and I'm watching the kill feed, seeing who's left. There's some TTVers, there's some TikTokers. All the good people are still left, obviously. So this is why I watch the kill feed like a hawk. Watch what happens here. I'm watching down here on the bottom left, and I hear also some gunfire. So the gunfire is right next to me, and then I see in the kill feed, right here, it says, the Don eliminated TikTok. And I heard the gunfire, so I know this guy's literally right next to me. So I start diving in right where these guys are. So it looks like someone else had the same idea, because now there's 2 people here. He tried a third party, my third party. So what is that, a 4th party? So now I'm caught in the middle of these 2 guys fighting it out. And that guy right there is the sweat. But look at this, I'm right next to him. And I give him a little bim bamboozle, but he flies up and heals with some mist. But my Squibbly marks him. So now I know where he is at all times, which is huge in a fight. So we're kind of reloading a little bit. I can still see him plain as day, which is unfortunate for him. And he still has the high ground on me. I don't have any fists, unfortunately, which is another huge advantage. So then I thought he flew the coop, but he's still lurking nearby. And I don't think he healed up all the way either. So I got Squibbly's Combat, which is a great AR, and the gold twin hammers. And I'm waiting right here for Squibbly to mark him again. He's about to scan. I know he is. But then he drops down and shoots Squibbly instead of me. And I 3-shot him and took him out. So I ran into him before. He actually follows me on Twitter, I believe. And I follow him back because he killed me in Reload in a 1v1 to end the game. So I think, personally, he was the best player in the lobby. And once I took him out, I felt a little relieved. But I still had Sinful Bella to deal with. So at this point, my contract was about to expire, unfortunately. And usually when one does expire and you do it again, you'll get the same person. But this time, I didn't. I got an anonymous guy. And he was right in front of me. So I was very surprised because, again, usually it's the same person. So I saw where he was marked for just a second, but I was waiting for old Squibbly over here to mark him again. And the scan goes off, but he doesn't get marked. So I was like, oh man, that kind of stinks. So I see him up there. I think I give him a love tap. Oh yeah, he was 22 white. Wait, he was 22 white and then 22 blue? What the? That was weird. So then I saw in the kill feed he has a crown. So I know 100% that he's a real player. So I start backing off a little bit. And then I scrolled down on the list, saw him on there. So I know for sure this is a real player. And this is where he starts shooting me. And I was like, wait a minute, I just let you live. And you're trying to tag me as I flee? Okay. So we're in a top 4 situation. Top 4. And I'm just making my way on the outskirt of the circle over here. Trying to get the high ground as well as get into the circle before he does. And again, I was making my way towards the top. I wanted the highest high ground, which I saw over here in the northeast. So I shocked over here. Then I heard some gunfire below me and someone else had an NPC down there. I couldn't tell who it was though. And then my rivalry contract expired and I see the 2 guys fighting down here. So I lasered one on the way down. And then I headshot him and then Sinful Bella, my previous bounty, was down there. So she killed him, I killed her, then I shock over to her, and boom! Took her out, lickety-split, which also took out her NPC. Now it's a 1v1 situation. So again, I'm all about the rivalry, so I go to get this rivalry over here. I don't know how good this player is or anything about him, and I get the rivalry. And look at what it is. It's a banana, a Simpsons banana. So I see him behind the tree. I was like, okay, this should be an easy win. So I start making my way over to the banana, and I notice her name is Brittany, or some form of Brittany. So then I see they're pickaxing. So I was like, well, wait a minute. They're wearing a banana skin. It's the final person. I've had this happen to me tons of times since I started playing Fortnite. However, sometimes people trick you. They'll act like they're friendly, and then you get up next to them, and they blast you in the face. So I'm watching, and then all of a sudden, they start chucking bananas at me. I'm like, oh my gosh, is this my #1 fan? They know that I love bananas. They're chucking bananas at me. They're wearing the banana skin. I'm thinking, this is too good to be true. What are the odds that this person made it in my game, and in a 1v1 situation, it was against me? Unfortunately, Squibbly did not agree and started to shoot at the banana. And then I gave the banana a big hug here, but they didn't indicate that they wanted me to eliminate them. Instead, they went and grabbed the bananas. So I was like, man, is this guy going to double cross me? I don't know what's going on here. Is this really a fan of mine or what? So they picked up all the bananas. And so I shock into the final circle because, again, I didn't really know what was going on. I didn't recognize the name as one of my fans, but, I mean, what else would this be? Someone wearing a banana skin, chucking bananas at me in the end game. So I'm in the circle now. They still continue to pickaxe, still chuck bananas at me. Where do you even find bananas in this day and age? I have no idea. So I pick some up and I'm like, okay, piece of candy. I'll take these 3 bananas. And then I chuck some into the sky. They're doing the up and down, up and down, up and down. So they wanted one more hug, so I did that. And then I think I got the cue to eliminate them, which I did. And again, I didn't recognize the name. So clearly I got the win. It was a fun match. I assume that was my #1 fan. So if you haven't been following my channel a long time, that's what people used to call me, the Banana Man. When I streamed, tons of people would rock the Peely skin and stream snipe me. Friendly stream snipes, that is. And that's because my logo is a giant banana. It's a Super Saiyan banana. So I used to have that as my intro on YouTube for the longest time. I have it's peanut butter tabortime banana logo. My Twitter avatar is a banana, a Super Saiyan banana. That's literally one of the themes of my channel, a giant Super Saiyan banana, which is why some people called me the Banana Man, especially when I stream, like I said. So after the match, I went back and I looked up the person's name, and I'm not exactly sure how to say it. It starts with Brit, as you can see. Britannius, I think? So we're just going to call her Brittany. So I typed it into Twitch, and lo and behold, she was a streamer. So I went into her chat and I was like, hey, are you my #1 fan? And she was like, I'll be honest, I don't really know who you are. And I was like, what? So why did you wear the banana skin and why did you throw bananas at me? And she said it was National Banana Day. So I recorded this on Wednesday, April 15th, and I looked it up, and sure enough, it was National Banana Day. For real. She was telling the truth. So I said, that is bizarre. And I told her the whole story about how my logo is a banana and how people called me the Banana Man and how people always ran the Peely skin and tried to friendly stream snipe me. What are the odds of that? She's a mom as well, a parent, just like me. So I stayed in her chat for a while. I chatted her up. It was awesome. So let me show you her reaction from her side. She posted this on TikTok as well as on YouTube Shorts. So that's how I'll end this video. But what are the odds of that? I mean, absolutely astounding. 1 in a million. So I told her I'd make a video out of this, but I want you guys, I'm going to link her Twitch in the description. Like I said, she's super friendly. I think she even plays with her viewers. I want you to go over to her Twitch, even if she's not live, go over there and follow her. And then when she does go live, go into her chat and say, Tabor Hill sent me. I want her to get tons of followers. She was an awesome streamer. I had fun in her lobby. It was so cool to meet her. So here's her perspective to end the video. And again, I will link her Twitch in the description. Please go drop her a follow. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Like is always appreciated. And don't forget to use my Support-A-Creator Code, which is tabortime.
So the other day I was celebrating National Banana Day on stream. My goal was to dress as Peely and give someone my crown, bananas, and the win. And this is how it went. Oh my gosh. This guy was just camping in there. Oh, leave me alone. So I decided to run it back, but this time I couldn't find bananas anywhere. I think the challenge is going to be finding bananas. We were getting down to the end of the game and I finally found a couple boxes of bananas. This is our time to shine. I stayed hidden until the end of the game when it was just me and another player left. It turns out the last guy was not random. It ended up being none other than Tabor Hill. Hey man, happy National Banana Day. Enjoy your win. And he happens to be a banana guy himself. So this is what he had to say. I was the guy in the 1v1 last night. I thought you were a fan of me because my logo is literally a banana. No, Tabor. No shot.